What's going on, Bucs fans? You're watching Bucs Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Reid Bartkus. Wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, hope you're having a great day. Coming up on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Tampa Bay coaching staff, sort of a roundup. Yesterday, they announced some promotions, some additions to the coaching staff. So I'm just going to go through the entire list of who's where, what promotions they got, what additions they've made, and sort of just a little roundup of everyone we need to know going into the 2026 offseason. Now, I just want to say thank you so much. I feel like every time I make a new video, we've just gained a bunch of new subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing to the Bucs Breakdown. We are currently at 1,182 subscribers, which is unbelievable. I still can't believe we're having that many. But the show goes on, so we do need 18 to get to 1,200, our next goal. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. You get free, daily, fun Tampa Bay Buccaneers YouTube videos. And for the low price of $0, you get to see my face every time you want to watch a Tampa Bay Buccaneers show. So we need 18 subscribers. If 18 of you watching right now haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. All right, let's go ahead and get on with the video. Head coach Todd Bowles, obviously we know that, so we can move on from there. Now this is offensive coaches. I sort of lumped him into offensive coaches because he's the head coach, so he's in charge of everything. But we know he's a defensive-minded head coach, and we don't have a DC because he technically is the DC. So I just kind of put him in there. And then OC, Zac Robinson, run game coordinator, Kevin Carberry. We'll go back to Zac Robinson in a second, don't worry. Wide receivers, Brian McClendon, Justin Peel, the tight ends coach. Running backs, we got Skip Pete. And then quarterbacks, we got Chandler Whitmer. And I don't know if you guys see right there with a little asterisk on the bottom. That means brand new to the Tampa Bay staff. So obviously Zac Robinson, brand new. Chandler Whitmer, the quarterbacks coach, brand new. And then pass game coordinator TJ Yates is also brand new. But let's focus on Mr. Zac Robinson. Now, we've known that Zac Robinson is the offensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a while now. And he was the Falcons OC in 2024 and 2025. Spent most of his coaching career with the Rams and Sean McVay. So coming from the McVay tree, which is very important, and if you didn't know, the overlap that Baker Mayfield had with Zac Robinson in 2022 when he was with the Rams for, I don't know, maybe like a couple weeks, and he had that insane game against the Las Vegas Raiders to come back and win. So a little bit of overlap there, and that's why sort of Baker Mayfield signed off on Zac Robinson and was like, yep, I'm ready to get back with the guy that I know his scheme, his offense, I'm familiar with it. So because he was with Liam Cohen. He was the pass game coordinator with Liam Cohen in L.A. So, when Liam Cohen was OC. Yeah, so he was pass game coordinator when Liam Cohen was the OC in 2022 with the Rams. I'm like second-guessing myself, but no, it's right in front of you, Reid. So there's that connection there. So you're hoping that Baker Mayfield can get back to that 2024 sort of play, that we had with Liam Cohen. And my thoughts on this is I have high hopes for Zac Robinson. Now, before you guys get in the comments saying, oh, all we're going to run is pistol, I feel like I've said that every single time that I've talked about Zac Robinson. But the more and more I watch film of Zac Robinson's offense with the Falcons, and I just feel like with the type of weapons that we have on our offense, I think he's got to be drooling because he's like, I was handicapped by two immobile-ish quarterbacks in Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be rude. Michael Penix stinks. Like, the more I watch film, the guy could not throw an out route every time on the chest. He was throwing to Kyle Pitts, and it was like up here and behind him, and then Drake London was trying to get the ball up here. So, like, him having Baker Mayfield is going to be huge in terms of the offense and what he can do. So I have higher hopes than people think. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but man, I wish I was right because it makes hoping for the 2026 season to be better that much better. So let's hope Zac Robinson does well. And a little bit of relationship with Zac Robinson as well. Our new QB's coach, Chandler Whitmer. He was Indiana's QB coach and co-offense coordinator in 2025. If you do not know, Indiana went undefeated, won the national championship, and produced a Heisman-winning quarterback. Sounds pretty good to me. I want him on my staff. Atlanta Falcons pass game specialist was Zac Robinson in his first year as OC. So when Zac Robinson was the offense coordinator with the Atlanta Falcons, he was the pass game coordinator. So obviously, when a new offense coordinator or just a new coach in general comes to your team, he's going to bring a lot of the guys that he feels comfortable with, the relationships that he has. And in 2021, his first coaching career was offense quality control coach with the Los Angeles Chargers. I was about to say San Diego Chargers, and then I remembered it's Los Angeles Chargers, but I still don't think they should have moved to LA. But anyways, relationships and connections matter in the NFL. Like I said before, when Zac Robinson comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's going to want to bring the guys that he's comfortable with, who knows his scheme and knows he can trust on the offense. So I like having Chandler Whitmer come in as the quarterback's coach. He's got some experience in the NFL, but he's also got some experience being a top, play caller because he's co-offense coordinator, but he has a lot of experience in terms of high-pressure plays, high-pressure games. Obviously, Division I, national championship in the college level, that's pretty big. It's not NFL, but it is good experience to have. So bringing a guy like that to work with Baker Mayfield, I really, really like that. But let's continue on with our coaching roundup. We've got assistant O-line coach Andrew Mitchell, assistant tight end Jeff Castle, offensive quality control Blaine Stewart, and then, I got to move out of the way, senior offensive assistant and pass game specialist Ken Zampese. All of the Andrew Mitchell, new, and then senior offensive assistant and pass game specialist Ken Zampese. A lot of experience, but he is new as well. But coming up next, we're going to talk about the defensive coaches. So this is sort of just a roundup of every coach that is on the roster. And because yesterday they kind of all just were like, all right, here, it's official. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a video about it and we'll talk about it and see who is actually on the list. So coming up, we got the defensive coaches. But before that, do you think the Bucs offense is going to be better than the 2025 offense? So this upcoming season, 2026, do you think it'll be better than 2025? Type yes and type no in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If no, comment why. And honestly, if yes, comment why as well. Is it, oh, hey, maybe I think we're going to bring back Mike Evans. He's going to have a lot of weapons. Baker Mayfield not going to be hurt anymore with his shoulder. And we're going to have a lot better attack mode from Zac Robinson in the offense. Or if you say no, please let me know why. I want to see what you guys have to say. This is not Chat Read. This is Chat Sports, Bucs Breakdown. So let me know what you have to say down in the comment section. And let's move on to the defensive coaches. Run game coordinator and outside linebacker, that doesn't change. That's still going to be Larry Foote. And like I said in the beginning of the video, Todd Bowles is the defensive play caller, which I really like having an experienced play caller in Zac Robinson for the offensive coordinator because it allows Todd Bowles to focus on his defensive coordinator abilities and sort of duties, so he's not too focused on the offense. But pass game coordinator George Edwards, defensive line Marcus West, he is new. Inside linebacker Mike Caldwell, cornerbacks Rashad Johnson, and safeties Tim Atkins. They both got promoted to those respective duties, and the cornerback coach and safety coach. So congrats to them. I'm on board with that. They did a great job as assistants and secondary assistants, so I'm cool with that. But moving on to some defensive assistant coaches, we got Todd Bowles Jr. as a defensive assistant, and then Joey Fitzgerald, the defensive quality control coach. But Todd Bowles Jr., that's kind of cool. And if you're wondering, is he related to Todd Bowles? Yes, that's his son. I was looking at the Ari tweet that we got from the updates of the coaching staff, and somebody commented on Twitter and said, any relation to Todd Bowles? And Ari replied, his son. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yes, it is his eldest son. So Pewter Report had some stuff to talk about on Todd Bowles Jr. and him coming in to being a defensive assistant for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he said the elder Bowles was given his son, Todd Bowles Jr., a role on his defensive coaching staff as a defensive assistant. He joins Tampa Bay after playing playing football collegiately at Long Island from 2024 to 2025 and Rutgers from 22 to 23. Prior to college, he attended Jesuit High School in Tampa. You can say nepotism, but this is cool. I mean, keeping it in the family. I don't want to say it's Bronny playing with LeBron, but if you have the opportunity to hire your son as a defensive assistant to work with you and be an NFL coach with you, I think you do it. And whether it be Todd Bowles last year, because his seat is going to be pretty hot going into the 2026 season, I still think it's pretty cool to get your son in there and be able to work with him. So congrats to Todd Bowles and Todd Bowles Jr. to be added to this staff. I think it's pretty cool, but you let me know down in the comments. All right, moving on to special teams. We got Danny Smith, brand new special teams. He's coming over from the Steelers. A ton of experience being a special teams guy. And I think he's going to be a really great addition to a lackluster special teams group that we had last year. I mean, when you resort to kicking it out of the end zone to let them get to the 35, I'm really intrigued to see what Danny Smith has to offer, because he is a rah-rah, very upbeat, hype guy who's going to be walking down the sidelines, and he's going to bring a whole different energy to the special teams group, and we need it. And funny enough, Todd Bowles Jr., Todd Bowles, we got Danny Smith and Luke Smith. Now, it's not his son, but it is his nephew coming in as an assistant special teams guy. So a little bit of nepotism, but if it comes to Danny Smith, if Luke Smith is anything like Danny Smith, I'll take him. Maybe give him a couple extra pieces of gum walking down on the sideline. But moving on to some more Bucs coaches, we got Senior Manager of Coaching Operations, Sarah Evans, Director of Rehab and Performance, Maral Javadafar. I'm so sorry if I botched that. I was practicing before. But Head Strength and Conditioning Coach Chad Wade, Assistant Strength and Conditioning Corey Bikey, and then Assistant Strength and Conditioning DeAndre Ward Sr. So shout out to them. I just stepped on my cord. Shout out to them. No changes here, but more of just, like I said, listing it off again. Obviously, you can go on the Bucs website to check all these out, but it's more fun to hear me talk about it, I think. Anyways, if you're excited for the 2026 season, please let me know. I'm after covering this team for the past, year or so, maybe a little over a year. I've always been a Bucs fan, but this job has given me the opportunity to really dive deep into the team and start really covering it for you guys. And it's opened my eyes up to a new way of thinking about this team. And I'm really excited for the 2026 season. I have high hopes for Zac Robinson. I think Todd Bowles has a better plan this year of coming out strong and finishing the season as well, because we came out strong in 2025, but sort of died off. And yes, you can say injuries, but I think he's building a team around him of experience and good guys, and I'm excited to see what we can do in 2026. And if you are too, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we are on our way to 1,200 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Free daily Bucs videos from a Bucs fan for Bucs fans. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the like button. It tells YouTube, hey, this is a pretty good Bucs video. Recommends it to more Bucs fans. So, as always, fire the cannons.